do with what appears to be the close of the school year. However, you know well that as many as 3, or for some of you even 4 examinations are ahead for tomorrow and for Wednesday and for Thursday. So there's a lot to be done tonight after dinner, and your celebrations have to be managed accordingly. Don't come all this way just to lose focus at the last moment. With that sobering thought in mind, though, let's turn to having some fun and giving out some prizes. The truth is, we probably could have given out many, many more awards, for many of you are really very, very good students, and we're proud of what all of you have done. In selecting a few today, we're taking our hats off really to all of you. In fact, to almost all of you who've worked and improved and who stand better ready now for the coming year next fall. You all deserve some applause, and I'll be the first to offer it to all of you. Now allow me to introduce the department heads who will present and celebrate prizes particular to their disciplines. First, Mr. Brandwood for English.
The Henry B. Cowan Prize is awarded to members of the junior class for outstanding achievement in the study of English. This year's Cowan Prize goes to 3 students. For the first recipient, Mrs. Evans writes, "Thoughtful, perceptive, and intellectually curious, Kendall reads with acuity and writes insightful essays with clarity and authority." The second recipient, Ms. Conforti writes, "Katie's incisive thinking and extraordinary diligence have resulted in consistently superb work all year long." And of the third recipient, Mr. Bruder writes, "This poised, eloquent student contributed thoughtful, well-conceived classroom comments throughout the year. Mike wrote fine essays in which he took on insightful ideas and distinguished himself as an excellent reader who is genuinely affected by and enthusiastic about literature." The winners of the Cowan Prize are Kendall Fitzgerald, Katie Shook, and Sungwoo Mike Park. This year's English 2 prize goes to 2 recipients. For the first, Ms. Egan writes, "Elena's inquisitive nature drives our class discussions and facilitates the insights of her peers." For the second, Mrs. Evans writes, "Reading carefully and perceptively, John gleans more than the average sophomore from the texts, and he always writes lucidly and insightfully about the literature, illuminating complex ideas that are interesting and original." This year's winners of the English 2 prize are Elena Daniels and John Corio. This year's English 1 prize also goes to 2 recipients. The first, Mr. Bacon writes, "Ernesto is one of the most sharply analytical, smoothly fluent writers that I've seen at the freshman level." And of the second, he writes, "Katie is one of the most intuitively perceptive readers that it has been my pleasure to have in class. This, combined with the smooth maturity of her prose style, makes her an absolutely superior student of literature." The winners of the English 1 prize are Ernesto Lippert and Katie Peacock. The Edith Jeffrey Shakespeare Prize is awarded to students most proficient in Shakespeare studies. This prize was established by Dr. Alan Jeffrey, parent of Aaron, 94, in 2004 in memory of his mother to support an annual prize. The prize is awarded to Blair Academy students based on essays related to the works of Shakespeare. The prize supports the study of Shakespeare in the curriculum. I'm pleased to announce the following Jeffrey Shakespeare Prize winners for 2015. I'm going to call up the juniors first and then sophomores and then freshmen. For their essays on King Lear, juniors Brianna Annunziata, Sanjay Paul, Katie Sykes, Ben Salander, and Emily Insana. I won't leave you standing there this time. For their essays on Hamlet, sophomores, Emily Lunger, Max Bonzilak, Hannah Octara, Caroline Devlin, Jane Fitzpatrick, Alicia Mund, and Yinyo Chelsea Zhu. And finally, for their essays on Macbeth, freshmen Ernesto Lippert, Katie Peacock, Rebecca G, and Janice Nekveski. Now, Mrs. Sykes for Fine Arts.
It's my pleasure tonight to award 2 more art awards. These are the kids who actually were able to outshine the seniors this year. It's not so usual for us to give awards at the Underclass Assembly. Without further ado, the winner of the 3D prize comes as no surprise to those who frequent the ceramics room, as they frequently see her there, working, experimenting, pushing her skills, and leaving little notes in your pot so that she might adopt your glaze combinations. The most curious and devoted student working in 3-dimensional art this year is Abby Bodner. the 2D prize is an artist who has a delicate touch and a sensibility for creating intricate worlds in her drawings and paintings that unfold as you get closer to them. The award goes to Yasemin Mohammadi. Jason Beck for history.
Good afternoon. It is my honor to present 3 grade level prizes for excellence in the study of history today on behalf of the entire department. This year's winners represent the very best of what the department strives to impart: critical reading, analytical writing, effective class discussion, and a commitment to the issues facing the world today within the context of its history. This year's Freshman History Prize winner for excellence in the study of global issues is Pierce Forte. The Sophomore Prize for excellence in the study of European history goes to Hannah Otero. And this year's Junior Prize winners for excellence in the study of U.S. history, Sanjay Paul and Kendall Fitzgerald. Now, Mr. Mayor.
The Chinese Award is given to a student in the highest level of Chinese study of Blair, who represents the finest ideals of language scholarship. This year's winner stands out for her impressive work ethic and passion to learn all aspects of Chinese language and culture. Mrs. Wang writes that she constantly strives for improvement and is never satisfied with less than her best. She's a delight to have in class, as her questions and class participation bring out the best in her classmates and her teacher. The winner of the Chinese prize is Chloe Minju Kim. Now Mr. Lauterbras for mathematics.
So the math department decided to switch it up this year. We used to have the 9th grade prize, 10th grade prize, 11th grade prize, pretty boring titles. So we're going to give the prizes by course, not by grade level, but that lets us name them for really cool, interesting mathematicians. So the first prize is the Pythagoras Prize, named for the renowned ancient Greek mathematician and mystic. Since Pythagoras is best known today for his famous theorem that bears his name, it is appropriate that the top student in honors geometry receive this prize. The winner of the Pythagoras Prize is a young man whose love of geometry was evident from the very first day school opened in September. His enthusiasm for mathematics will take him far in the discipline in the future. The math department is proud to award the Pythagoras Prize, the inaugural Pythagoras Prize, to Ernesto Lippert. Pythagoras is not considered one of the 3 great mathematicians in history. The the Karl Friedrich Gauss Prize is named for the late 18th century German theorist known as the Prince of Mathematicians. Because Gauss contributed significantly to the fields of algebra, differential geometry, and analysis, all important in the study of calculus, we award this prize to the top student in the Introduction to Calculus honors course. The winner of the Gauss Prize transitioned seamlessly from the study of geometry as a ninth grader to intricate algebra and number theory this year. He looks beyond the obvious for nuanced interpretations and novel approaches to mathematics. We are excited to see what the next 2 years will bring for him. The math department is proud to award the Gauss Prize to Kyle Wall. Mr. Molteni's favorite mathematician. The Leonard Euler Prize is named for the great Swiss mathematician who developed much of the notation we use in mathematical analysis today. His namesake formula, gotta smile when I say this, e to the I pi plus 1 equals 0, is considered to be the finest example of the beauty of pure mathematics. The Euler Prize is awarded to the top student in AP Calculus A, regardless of grade level, because students in that class have mastered the important topics in analysis on the way to beginning the study of calculus. The winner of the Euler Prize is a young woman who exhibits each and every day an appreciation for the elegance of mathematics. She has fun with the subject, looking past mere answers for deeper and more interesting insights. The math department is happy to award the Euler Prize to Ava Prentice. And of course, everybody's number one. The Isaac Newton Prize is named for one of the greatest mathematicians in history. His signature work, Principia Mathematica, was published in 1687 and laid out the principles of calculus that we use today. This prize is awarded to the top student in BC Calculus, regardless of grade level, to acknowledge her mastery of calculus as a single variable. Although the winner of the Newton Prize is just a sophomore, she sets the standard of excellence in Blair's capstone course. Her innate mathematical intuition, dedication to her craft, and humble disposition make her a fitting choice for this award. The math department is proud to award the Isaac Newton Prize to Chelsea Shue. For the performing arts.
I have 3 awards to present tonight in the areas of theater, vocal, and instrumental music. This year's Underclass Theater Prize goes to 2 students. About these 2 winners, Mr. Evans writes, Tiffany Sharma started her Academy player career in the Robert J. Evans Open Air Theater as a freshman in the Odyssey, and she has appeared in every spring outdoor play since. She has proved to be a star of both the musical and the dramatic stage, capturing roles in the 25th Annual Putnam County Spelling Bee, Bye Bye Birdie, and The Mystery of Edwin Drood. She showed her comic side in A Flea in Her Ear, and her serious side in Where It Went in Almost Maine. She is a versatile, dedicated, and inspired actress. The second winner is a serious and comedic actor who has played farce and serious drama. He has compiled an impressive list of roles from the depressed choir director Simon Stimson in Our Town, Tiresias in The Odyssey, the leading role of Orlando in last year's As You Like It, the love-stricken Turnell in A Flea in Her Ear, a critic fatally drawn into the play in The Real Inspector Hound, and the hopeless Dan Harding in The Story of Hope in This Spring's Almost Maine. He is an actor who learns his lines as soon as he can in order to get to the real hard work of acting, creating a believable character who is completely different than himself. Congratulations to Tiffany Sharma and Mike Park. Underclass Vocal Music Prize. Mr. Willits writes, the Underclass Vocal Prize goes to two rising talents in the junior class. The first is a lifelong musician whose pursuits span the instrumental and vocal worlds. This year, she has continued her study of the piano and served as a rehearsal accompanist for singers while singing with both singers and chamber choir and lending her voice to the winter musical. She is a quiet leader whose skill and passion inspire the other musicians around her to rise to her level of success. The second has a love for singing that is matched only by his passion for acting, and Blair is fortunate that he has taken every possible opportunity to do both in his 2 years here. A leader both in and outside of singers' rehearsal, he also serves as a leader through his work with chamber choir, a cappella, and the winter musical. He is a dedicated worker who has been an indispensable part of every vocal group this year. This year's winners are Yue Du and Chris Patone. And instrumental music. This prize also goes to two students this year. The first is a talented violinist who exudes both passion and precision in rehearsal and performance alike. Whether tackling a difficult passage or perfecting a phrase in a lyrical piece, her attention to detail and practice makes perfect attitude leads her to an outstanding result. Moreover, her ability to go beyond the score and to lead those around her in making music is an uncommon trait in many high school musicians. The second student began his musical study on the alto saxophone, then switched to the bari sax and finally settled on the tenor sax, and it is on this instrument that he has really developed his voice. As both a jazz and classical player, he is a true student and lover of music. He absorbs instruction like a sponge and complements his classroom study by listening to myriad recordings in order to understand the nuances of each one. He's a gutsy player, one who takes risks, and throughout these past years has shown greater improvement than most students are able to accomplish. Congratulations to Emily and Sana and Sanjay Paul. And now Reverend Crown.
I have two awards from the Religion and Philosophy Department to present tonight to three individuals. The World Religions Prize is given to that student who has sincerely applied him or herself to the study of world religions and has felt free to raise critical questions and has allowed these traditions to have an impact on their own values and beliefs. This year, I'm happy to award this prize to two outstanding students. Both students were enthusiastic in class discussions, and the high quality of their written work reflected a commitment to not only understand the worldview of other religious traditions, but to evaluate them in light of their own. This year's World Religions Prize goes to Sam Hamway and Yufei Liu. Is named for my predecessor, chaplain of 38 years at Blair Academy. And he developed this prize to be awarded to the student of religion and philosophy who has been most challenged by the course material and has demonstrated an effort to reevaluate his or her philosophy of life accordingly. This year's recipient took two courses in the Religion and Philosophy Department over the last few years. And I have to say, this prize is usually awarded to a senior, but this junior just outshone the seniors, what can I say? When I asked her why she was turning in 3 pages of typed reflections on daily homework assignments, truly that level of commitment is not required by my course, she replied that she cares deeply about always doing her very best and truly engaging the questions raised in the homework assignments. Wow, what a dream student. Through her writing, through her speaking and presentations in class, she has developed an authentic and respectful articulation of her most important values. For her commitment to this quest, the Peter L. Ammerman Religion Prize goes to Emmy McCrink. And now Mr. Wilson for the Science Department.
We will be offering the science department, that is our prizes, in the order of the freshman prize, the sophomore prize, and the junior prize. The Charles Darwin Prize for the study of biology goes to this year's honors biology. I'll start. This year's honors biology prize goes to, or freshman prize goes to a student who has excelled in biological thought, word, and deed, consistently maintaining a near-perfect average, utilizing vocabulary as a true scientist, performing in the lab with analytical precision and unquenchable curiosity. This student has pushed me to question how to look at biology and adds much to class discussion as he stays up to date on recent developments in the scientific world. With a thirst for discovery, Ernesto is destined to take on every advanced science class that it offers, and chances are he'll do quite well. This year's freshman prize in science goes to Ernesto. This year's sophomore prize goes to an outstanding student for her excellent performance in advanced placement chemistry. Ms. Gilmelt writes, Chelsea is a truly exceptional student. I don't know if it's better. Do you say it at the end or you do say it at the beginning? I know it's better, but I'm a fan of shouting the person out right away. Chelsea is a truly exceptional student. She strives for perfection on each problem, for each assignment, and not just achieve the correct answer, but rather truly understand the meaning behind each response. Do not let her quiet and soft-spoken demeanor fool you. She is an incredibly driven individual and one of the finest students to grace Blair Science classrooms. This year's sophomore prize goes to Chelsea Chu. Junior prize goes to that student who has demonstrated exceptional work in science in the junior year. This student's teacher writes, I'll save it for the end this time, consistently impressed with her intellectual curiosity. She's fascinated by scientific processes and always delves below the surface to understand the details of every topic. She's thoughtful, thorough, and the first person her classmates turn to with questions. Like a true scientist, she learns from her experience. We are all incredibly proud of her work she has done this year. Dr. Sayers writes about Kendall that she has demonstrated that there are no immovable objects in physics, only students who are unstoppable forces. This year's junior prize goes to Kendall.
this is your first Blair Underclass Prize Assembly, there's a backstory to this particular recognition. The Cum Laude Society was established in 1906. It's essentially the secondary school equivalent of Phi Beta Kappa. The Blair chapter is founded in 1921, and now there are about 300 chapters countrywide, mostly independent schools. So the purpose of this formal presentation is to recognize outstanding scholastic achievement by members of our junior class. Each year the faculty who belong to the Cum Laude Society review the very top students in the junior class. The students selected at this time traditionally represent the very best students in the school. In addition to their overall scholastic achievement, we look at their character, motivation, dedication, perseverance, as well as their desire and passion to learn. They have chosen to take extremely challenging academic programs, and they have distinguished themselves in their classes by earning at least a 5.0 GPA in their honors and AP classes. They are truly stellar students. It is with great pleasure that I now ask the following students to come to the stage. Mei Chen, Yuichi Du, Kendall E. Fitzgerald, come on up. Brooke A. Langevin, Sanjay K. Paul, Ava Laurel Prentice, William Robinson, Benjamin Dowden Solander, Karen Shi, Trevor Van Vliet, and Yichuan Yan. I'll fake it over back. Thank you. Are you ready? The distinguished record that you have made at school has earned you membership in the Cum Laude Society. The Society is a fellowship of scholars whose purpose is to recognize excellence in academic work. As you pursue your education, it is our hope that you will accept the honor of membership in the Society by commitment to scholarly work and continue your active search for knowledge. To be selected in your junior year is a very special honor, and you and your parents and family have every right to be proud. In testimony of your admission to the Cum Laude Society, we have a signed certificate you can pick up in Mr. Bacon's office later, and I have pins of membership that I will present now. Next up, Mr. Pagano.
Serving as a prefect at Blair is no small task. I would ask that the following please stand and stay standing as I read their names in reverse, alphabetical order. Liana Zranchep, Morgan Williard, Trevor Van Vliet, Shade Tingman, Justin Swerble, Ned Siggety, Katie Shook, Karen Shi, Josh Shaw, Tiffany Sharma, Devin Saylor, Ben Salander, Will Robinson, Neil Putnam, Max Pickett, Will Pemberton, Sanjay Paul, Mike Park, Kay O'Connor, Senna Nodejo, Scott Neary, Patrick Morrison, Eric Marcus, Jess Liu, Emma Loring, Wyatt Long, Josh Langevin, Brooke Langevin, Cameron Kurtz, Eleni Kedros, Sean Kang, Matt Jirasivajinda, Jaeja Jacobs, Katie Hicks, Emily Insana, Michael Ayakano, EJ Raberchuk, Paula Hong, Phil Hettinger, Shoshana Geller, Alex Friedman, Kendall Fitzgerald, Jenna Faust, Yuichi Du, Emily Court, JT Carell, Jack Carney, Shane Bracco, Chris Patone, Abby Bodner, Mackenzie Belton, Jade Assad, Mike Andreas. Despite the many pressures of senior year, you have looked beyond yourselves and accepted the responsibility of modeling the Blair values and culture for other students. As a prefect, you will be the first faces most new students see and parents see when they arrive to Blair next fall, and your impact and influence will be widespread. It will follow students throughout their Blair careers and beyond. On behalf of the head of school, your housemasters, and the entire faculty, I thank you for accepting this position and look forward to witnessing all of your hard work in action next year. Congratulations. Excuse my nasal voice. My allergies are killing me. The Joan and Fernando Marcial Prize is awarded to an international student who in the first year at Blair has shown meritorious improvement in adjustment to life in an American boarding school, as well as in the pursuit and fulfillment of academic responsibilities. The experience of living in two different worlds, as is the case for many of our international students, can be trying, especially so when the student's home stands in stark contrast to the comfortable, safe community that exists here on our hilltop. Each and every day, our recipient worries about the safety and security of her parents and her siblings as news reports from her country show political unrest or acts of terror. But you would never know it, for she realizes the opportunity that lies in front of her at Blair, and she channels strength from her faith. She is quite possibly the warmest, kindest individual in our community of incredibly warm and kind individuals. Faculty children have been on the receiving end of hugs from her or a kiss on the cheek, and she leaves an impression on them because they know how much she cares. She has a wonderful sense of humor, yet she's also serious and quietly passionate. Her outstanding ability as an artist was deservedly recognized earlier this evening with an art prize, and while she's modestly sinking in her seat, feeling that she does not deserve any of this fanfare, we want her to know how proud of her we are and how much we enjoy having her as a member of our community. Please join me in congratulating this year's Marcial Prize recipient, Yasemin Moore. And now, Jessica Manskin.
Just got all emotional for yesterday. The David Avery Jones Freshman Prize is awarded to that member of the freshman class who, while maintaining a satisfactory academic record, has participated actively in and made significant contributions to school activities. This prize is awarded to both a female and male student. First, this young woman has known Blair for many years and was clearly ready to take advantage of the opportunities presented to her this year. She's known for her generous, unassuming, honest, and fun personality. She's a good person. She's at ease in her interactions with both peers and adults. She's a member of the freshman class council, and being a leader is innate for her. Her positive energy is quite infectious. She works hard in all aspects of her life and has achieved academically in the classroom, athletically on the soccer field or around the track, and musically in the wind ensemble. She doesn't do any of this to be recognized. Rather, she's quite humble, and I imagine it is with grace and humility that she will accept this prize. Second, this young man arrives from an island far, far away. Since he arrived on the flight deck, he's been engaged in Blair life. He's a driven and committed young man, relentless in his desire to achieve at the highest levels. He's approachable, sincere, and nice to everyone, and he has friends across all grades. His year was marked with accomplishments in the classroom, on the wrestling mat, and as a member of freshman class council. I think he is well summarized by this little anecdote. The other week at breakfast sign-in, my son said good morning, and this recipient put his pen down, looked him in the eyes, smiled, and said good morning back, and then asked him a simple question. When he walked away, my son looked up at me and said, "Mom, he's really nice. Is he going to get the award?" It was as if he knew. So please congratulate Katie Peacock and Matt Vinci. Up next, Mr. Monk.
The John Kench Leach Merit Award is awarded to that member of the sophomore class whose record of scholarship, participation in activities, and general citizenship has been a special credit to the school and an example for others to follow. This year, the award is shared by two outstanding sophomores. The first recipient is a day student who works tirelessly with our local community. He continually is looking for ways to make the world a better place. His contagious smile, quick hello, and sincere personality always brighten our days. In addition to working with the community at large, he is an honor student, three-season athlete, and actively involved with all our community service projects. His work ethic is unwavering, and he motivates his peers to work harder and do better. He is applauded for and respected for his leadership and friendly nature. His advisor, Mr. Clark, says Chris is super positive, hardworking, friendly, and just an awesome guy. Our second sophomore recipient is a young lady from Hong Kong. Her outgoing personality, bright smile, and confidence always grab our attention. Lauren is a leader in the true, all-encompassing sense of the word. Not only do we see her seamlessly helping to lead the sophomore class as a member of the class council, her genuine concern about those around her manifests itself equally in the quiet word after class to a classmate who might be having a bad day. She is both athletic and talented on stage. It is always a pleasure seeing her work with either her team or cast, again motivating and guiding the group. Her advisor, Mrs. McMillan, says Lauren approaches all the facets of her Blair life, whether it be her lead speech or a role on stage, with good nature, good humor, and that wacky Lauren way that looks a lot like Grace. It is with honor and respect that I present this year's John Kinch Leach Merit Award to Christopher Joseph Berrytoon and Lauren Chong.
So I'm very pleased to be able to present the Phillips James Rosen Trophy. It's awarded to that member of the junior class whose record has been marked by devotion to the school and who has, while performing admirably as a student and citizen of the school community, also displayed uncommon leadership. This year I'm pleased to present the award to two deserving students. Our first recipient is someone I and others have come to admire for her selflessness, for her commitment to others and to service. And these are commitments that do not come with an expectation of recognition or sense of sacrifice. Rather, she's committed to excellence, bettering the lives of others, and that's that. She's known for being engaged, incredibly hardworking, cheerful, and positive, even in the wake of life's difficult challenges. That positive and kind energy has made a difference to many through her work on the HRC, co-managing the football team, participating in track, and will certainly bring spirit, optimism, and support to her prefectees next year in Locke. I'm also very proud of the initiative she took this year to create and help lead a meaningful service trip to St. Jude's Hospital in Tennessee, helping her fellow students and faculty make a difference in the lives of children needing humor, love, and compassion. And she was there to make Relay for Life an exceptional event to help others, even in the wake of dealing with her own deep and personal loss. I found that, and I find her inspiring. Our second recipient is a person of great passion as well, great presence and voice on and off this stage. in the classroom, on the football field, and beyond. You may not know this, but I shared a video excerpt from his heartwarming, thoughtful, authentic, and powerful chapel with our trustees earlier this year. And when I went to speak to everyone and I looked up, I saw tears in the eyes of all the people around this table and had a similar voice-cracking moment, feeling the same kind of emotion and pride we all felt when we heard his message of never giving up on yourself. So now he knows he has the dangerous ability to make all of the trustees and the headmaster get choked up. Self-effacing, warm, funny, and with a genuinely cool love of life as a football player, singer, actor, soon-to-be prefect, and more, we are grateful for his enthusiasm and his goodness, and the undeniably tasty meatballs that he and his parents brought to celebrate our shared Italian heritage during International Weekend. So I am very pleased to present the Phillips James Rosen Trophy to Mackenzie Belton and Chris Batone. And so we are coming to the end of our assembly, and are just about at the end of our year together here. It's a little hard to imagine that an entire school year has come and gone, but indeed so much has happened over the course of these last 9 months together. You should all be feeling very good about this year and about what you've done. I congratulate all recognized for their achievements, as well as all of the many great things that have been accomplished this year that might not have fallen into the category of prize or award, but are certainly no less deserving of our praise. Thank yous go to faculty, staff, parents, and friends who have made this a successful year and helped all of us and all of you on your way. So you're still in the throes of exams right now, and it may be difficult to look ahead to next year. And in fact, I want all of us to enjoy the benefits of the relaxation and rejuvenation that will come from the impending summer break. But just for a few moments before we end today, I want us to think about day one of Blair's 168th year, starting this fall. One of you said to me on graduation day, as we were all feeling that mix of joy and melancholy of saying goodbye to our seniors, that next year's going to feel really different. And I was thinking, well, of course, you're right. It will be different. Every year is meant to be different. It's supposed to be that way. About 120 new students will be joining our community. Juniors, you will be entering your final year of high school and will become the senior leaders of our school. Freshmen, you will return never again having to start Blair from scratch. Terrific new faculty and staff will join our community, and we'll be saying goodbye to some very special people. And every one of you, every one of us, is going to be different in some way in the approximately 115 days between the end of this year and the start of the next one. And all that's a good thing. Because over the course of this summer, you will have experiences like internships and jobs and camps and travel that will change you. You'll make friendships, build new relationships, or deepen existing ones that will change your lives. Many of you, through practice, will become stronger athletes, better performers, or you'll discover people, ideas that you hadn't known about before, and that will make your life better as well. So I encourage you all, as you go into the summer, embrace change, because it is one of the very few constants in your lives. But like I said to our seniors on graduation day, also hold on to the things that should not change, the things that should remain permanent. Over the summer, stay true to who you are. Don't become or act like someone you are not. Take all of the best parts of your Blair experience, what you've learned and enjoyed in our wonderful bubble, and share those things with others wherever you go. And remember, you are certainly part of a community of scholars and athletes and performers and leaders and friends in which you are loved and where people are excited for you to return in the fall. At the beginning of this school year, I talked to you about how, despite moments of challenge, the people in this room, we're in this, your and I and our Blair experience together. This school belongs to you. It belongs to all of us. So as we look forward to year 168, I will look to you to help us write the future of this school. Every start of a school year is a chance for you and for us to both reinvent ourselves and to reaffirm who we already are and what should not change. So finish this year strong in the coming days, go off and have amazing adventures and hopefully relaxing times this summer. Go out of your way to meet interesting people, read more, try new things, and come back ready to make year 168 our best year ever. Reverend Crowder.
Let us be in an attitude of prayer. Eternal God, source of all creativity, we commit unto you our gifts and our talents. We ask that you bless these young people so that they might contribute in significant ways to the fulfillment of your will for their lives, and help them to find their place in this world so that they can advance the cause of making it also a reflection of your will. A world of mutual respect, of justice, peace, and love. We ask this in your most holy name. Amen.